In this video, we're going to continue to create a calculator for LabVIEW. And one thing I want to change here is that we're putting this timing function in, because if you don't do that, it's going to run your computer ragged. It's going to create a constant. 100's good because 100 basically it runs 10 times per second, so it's 100 milliseconds. Alright, right now as we run it is that we're just doing add, divide, multiply, subtract. And so that's kind of a problem when, it doesn't look too much like a calculator. So let's fix that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, go to the functions, and we're going to go Boolean. And we're going to pick radio functions. And right now it doesn't look like much. I'm going to expand it, but then we're going to go back to Boolean. We're going to grab the OK button. Make it a bit bigger. Increase the size of the text. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make it even wider. All right, we're going to duplicate it 3 more times. Then hit the Control button. Control again. And Control again. Now we're going to rename them. Also make sure this naming convention follows what you put in the enum. Otherwise, it will give you problems. It won't line up quite right. What we're going to do here is we're going to rename that. As long as you double click on the text, you can do that. Oops. Casing has to be the same. Although the lettering on the button itself does not have to line up. Okay, that's not big enough to contain them, but here's another trick. Make all the labels disappear. Then highlight them, then just left click and drag it over. And we don't need that, so highlight and delete. Highlight again to bring it into view. And here's kind of a neat trick, is to highlight. We'll move them closer together. Then reduce the size of this box. Wow, we can highlight. What we can do is up here Change the distancing, that way we know that they're equidistant. That's what we did. Okay, now we got all the buttons in the radio button. I'm just going to delete it. There we go. That way it's, you know what it does. Now we're going to go to the block diagram. Let's try and get the label to disappear. But the enum, what we're going to do is that we're going to change it to an indicator. Of course, it didn't like that. What we're going to do is wire up the radio button. And we know it worked because enum is actually working. There's not a broken wire. Now all I have to do is hit run to see how it works. That's under the add function, subtract, multiply, divide. Now it's acting and looking a lot more like a regular calculator. And obviously with this enum, we know what function's going on. We can hit stop. Yeah, we can rename that, just rename it current function. All right, it's not necessary, but just makes it look better for now. But yeah, that's how you can actually now do these functions by pressing a button. And that's all for this video, and if you have any questions, put in the comments.